All right, YouTube. This Detroit's HPTV coming to you out of Detroit, back with another video. We got to talk about a story that kind of is close to home in Detroit here, Dearborn. Now, Dearborn is the largest Muslim congregation or city in the country. And there's been a lot of back and forth between the Christians and the Muslims about Dearborn. They just named a street, and the people of Dearborn that are Christians don't want the street named after a Hamas supporter. Now, that's one thing to disagree about, naming a street after a Hamas supporter. But what Dearborn also have done, they have a Muslim mayor. Their police force has now put Arabic writing on the police cars and on the badges. Now, that's interesting to have a Muslim city with Arabic police badges and symbols in the confines of America. Also, you see Donald Trump. He's definitely trying to get Ilhan Omar out of Congress. We see also that Rashida Tlaib is also having problems in Congress about her support for Palestine and how she represents her district. As I've said before, this country has been infiltrated by foreign nationals with a foreign agenda, with ties to other countries. Ilhan Omar says she's Somalian first, and she works in behalf of Somalia. Rashida Tlaib is Palestinian first, and she works in behalf of Palestine. You have Zoran Mandani, the Islamic socialist, about to be mayor of New York. You have Omar Fatef running for mayor of Minnesota. Now, these things may seem innocuous, but what if they are orchestrated? What if it is a subversive plan to collapse this country through socialism, Islamicism, and communism? You have the situation with Charlie Kirk and the Groypers. You have Donald Trump labeling Antifa a terrorist group. You have a lot of things going on, mixing this pot and stirring the pot. And hostility and tension is high in this country. But one thing, if you have ever studied the teachings of Elijah Muhammad or Malcolm X and even Minister Farrakhan, you will see they always wrote on the chalkboard in the mosque, who will win the war of Armageddon, Islam or Christianity? It's almost as if certain people want to refight the Crusades. Some people want the Constitution and people want Sharia law. But if you are unaware and you don't know what's going on behind the scenes, you may still be focusing on the race baiting and race hustling, when in all actuality, this is ideological subversion. The battle in the sky. Who's going to win and control the minds of the masses? A lot of people who think they are free thinkers are indoctrinated. No independent study, just training from liberal professors, liberal schools. But they don't have a clear understanding of history. And if you don't understand history, you're bound to repeat it. You keep seeing the same type of themes after so many decades. You'll see the same tensions arise, the same fights refought. And if you're not aware, you'll be caught off guard. If you have a Muslim city living next door to a Christian city. And they absolutely have to find a way to work together. They share the roads, they share the cities, but their ideological ideas are adverse. They don't mix. Sharia law doesn't mix with the Constitution. All these movements that you see in the confines of this country are reaching a fever pitch. You've seen Elon Musk go talk to Tommy Robinson in Great Britain because Great Britain is having an immigration problem with Muslims. You see, France has almost been overtaken by Muslims. So the tensions are high, especially when you see Israel under Bibi Netanyahu destroying Palestine, bombing Palestine daily, and it's not even in the news because they have gotten to the point to where there really is no peace. They refuse to live together. So somebody has to lose and somebody has to win. Because if you think for 1 minute that they will ever be able to coexist, then you don't know history. People are calling it a genocide. And it may well be, because the hatred for each other is that intense that one wants the total annihilation of the other. So America is headed toward the same thing. Intolerance, hatred, propaganda, and rhetoric shaping the minds of the masses. People are so dug in on what they believe that they are unable to be taught. And the word belief itself means the absence of knowledge. If you believe something and you say you believe something, that ultimately means that's something that you don't know. You know, you can, if your name is John, you don't believe your name is John. You know your name is John. You don't believe it. You don't say, I believe my name is John. You know your name is John. So belief is the absence of knowledge. Now, in these two clips, I'm going to show you. One is this showing a city council meeting where the mayor and a Christian person that lives in Dearborn are at odds about this street. Then I'm going to show you another clip of what somebody who doesn't live in Detroit seen at an airport. And you have to ask yourself, are we living in the time of Armageddon? Are we living in the times of revelation, where people are aligning themselves, not just based on political lines, but religious ideologies? When you hear people say the far Christian right, the liberal left, Islamist, communist, and they're forming allegiance. But what does that mean for you? Do you want to live under Sharia law? Because you don't like this country so much that you rather give up the Constitution and accept Sharia law and accept foreign religion in the confines of your community, because that looks like something different than what you've been used to. And all while this is going on, you see communities descending into chaos. So on this channel, we don't do conspiracy theories. I just ask you to think and open your eyes and align yourself with like-minded individuals. I don't consider this channel anything other than a movement of free thinkers. Free thinkers. People will try to label you. You a Democrat, you a Republican, you a leftist, you on the far right. But if you're a free thinker, you follow the truth and you stick to that. And you let that and God be your guide. So without further ado, I want you to watch these 2 clips. They're for fair usage under the 1976 Copyright Act for commentary and education. Check out this one first.
Here's what's going on in Dearborn Heights, and you know about it. Dearborn Heights, this is the official police badge in Dearborn Heights.
It's over.
Okay, just to make sure everybody knows, Dearborn Heights is the first in U.S. with Arabic on their police badge. Okay, so let's go through this here. The Dearborn Heights Police Department introduced the nation's first police badge featuring both English and Arabic script, designed by Officer Emily Murdoch to reflect the city's diverse community, and the patch displaying the Michigan seal in the center. In the words of Dearborn Heights Police, written in both languages, the department, led by Police Chief Ahmed Haidar, confirmed on Wednesday that the optional patch can be worn as part of officers' uniforms, aiming to honor the 39% of Dearborn Heights residents of Middle Eastern and North African descent as of 2023, with neighboring Dearborn having a 55% population of similar background. The department praised the initiative, stating on Facebook, "We are proud of Officer Murdoch's creativity and dedication in helping our department better represent the people we serve. Our officers proudly serve all members of our community, and this new design is another way we can continue to celebrate the rich cultures that make our city unique." Vinny, your thoughts on this?
Listen, you could call me a racist, you could call me xenophobic, whatever the hell you want to call me. I don't care. This is a no-go. I don't give a damn if it's Arabic, Hebrew, Farsi, I'm Assyrian. It doesn't matter. The second you put on foreign language on a local law enforcement uniform, you cross the line. And there's nothing that you could say that's going to change my mind, okay? We made where do we live? We're in the United States of America. No, I don't like any other. This is our freaking country, and call me whatever the hell you want. And again, Adam, we're talking about the New York thing. We let one, then this is going to happen here, and it's not going to stop. I'm anti this through and through. Period.
Adam.
Well,
I'm done.
I just got back from Detroit. I was actually in Dearborn because when you fly into Detroit Airport, you have to go through Dearborn, and I actually went out of my way.
You're more comfortable flying into Dearborn Heights than Russia?
I will sit down with anybody. Okay, you want to know what?
It has come to
What are you
this.
talking about right now? He's right.
Are you ready? You ready?
Russia.
I walk into the airport. I sit my mom down. This was my first experience as soon as I got to the airport. Play it with volume, please. What's up, guys? Here in Detroit, and just want to bring you into speed on what's going on here.
You're so funny.
Detroit. I want to be very clear that I'm in Detroit, and I'm in an airport, and these are my people sitting near me in America.
Damn, man, you're getting close.
I'm in there.
They might know. They might recognize you.
Let me just make sure. So, by the way, I have multiple videos of this. Practice whatever religion you want. Do whatever you want in America. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion. We're done with the face covering thing. There's people in Detroit covered up as if they're going to Mecca today. This is a little aggressive to me. So this is just a little example here of now the police, what is this? The shield is in Arabic. I'm okay with it. There's no face coverings in America.
Wait, you're okay with the shield thing, but you're not.
I'm just saying there needs to be a line drawn here. I don't know about the shield. I see different languages, different cities.
Not in America.
Okay,
Adam, they're gonna get upset at you.
But the fact that you could just operate how you're operating in Saudi Arabia in Detroit is problematic to me.
I mean, does it bother you that they're wearing other races, Jewish people wearing yarmulkes? You don't get mad at them for wearing a yarmulke.
That's not covering your face.
Well, that's their religion. I don't think that's bad. I think that is messed up.
To me,
that's cultural.
As long as you show your face, we're okay.
I'm the other way.
You know they say no face, no case?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Adam, is it because, like, if you're trying to flirt, you want to know what they look like?
That's a whole different situation.
I'm just saying, whether it's a mask
but
or
if that's
COVID,
what you're saying, maybe there's a. But to me, I don't have a problem. But that's how they dress because that's their religious way of dressing.
Not in America, buddy.
I got a problem with this here, guy. That's what I got a problem with. I got a problem with that. Okay.
Yep.
That's what bothers me the most. Folks, go get these because these products, I wore them. Go to search and type in. Okay, go a little bit lower. See maybe if it's there. Go a little bit lower. Oh, you're about to get to. Keep going lower. That one right there to the right.
Snap.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, and he's
Zoom in.
jacked.
By the way, zoom in. Go back a little bit.
I'm gonna stop here because they selling merchandise. But I want to show you one more clip about the city council meeting in Dearborn. Now, a lot of times, if you criticize the Muslim community, they'll say you're Islamophobic. But their criticism goes without answer. You know what I mean? They can criticize any other community, but you can't criticize them even though they are becoming a stronghold in Michigan. They even have taken over a city of Hamtramck. And it goes beyond cultural diversity almost into infiltration and takeover. Now watch this clip and tell me what you think.
But I will guarantee you he is not.
Now, give you a backdrop. This is the Muslim mayor of Dearborn talking to one of the people who have a problem with them naming streets after a Hamas supporter. Listen to the back and forth.
I'm quoting, irrigates the land of Palestine. And then further quotes, he talks about how the terrorists should strike them with knives and with their bare hands, and they're victorious. And he also encourages the use of rockets over there. And then another quote from 2022, we are the Arabs who are going to lift Palestinians all the way to victory, whether we are in Michigan and whether we are in Jenin. So the reason why I mentioned this is that it sounds like he could be inciting violence in Michigan. Believe me, I'm continuing the quotation. He says, believe me.
He's not. I just want to be clear. He can speak for himself.
Well, this is
I'm
speaking
just
for
gonna.
himself.
I'm gonna stop you because he's not a violent person, and you can interpret his words any way you want. But I will guarantee you, he is not intending to incite violence anywhere in the world.
Well,
And he could defend himself if he were here, but
Sure.
we're not going to allow personal attacks in our community.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm just reading his words here.
That's fine, but
They
you're
seem
interpreting
very,
his words after you read them. He did not use the word violence, did he?
well, may I continue the rest of the quote?
Well, if you say you want to read them, you can read them. If you want to interpret and give your own opinion of what he's thinking, that's a different story.
Okay. Sure, I mean, I'd love to discuss this. I just want to finish the quote because this is more. Okay, I'll continue. Whether we are in Michigan and whether we are in Jenin, believe me, everyone should fight within his means. They will fight with stones, others will fight with guns, others will fight with planes, drones, and rockets. Others will fight with their voices, and others will fight with their hands and say, free, free Palestine. So I just find it very concerning. Did my 3 minutes include other people's words
that's
as
okay.
well?
There was some dialogue, but as the councilman indicated, and just we wanted to make sure to be careful when you're talking about incitement or riot. There's legal terminations for that. There's legal precedent for that, and that's what the councilman has indicated, that you're drawing a conclusion that you have the right to draw. But as I indicated, the sign was placed from the county in that location. So, did you have anything else you'd like to speak on?
Well, it seems very provocative to have those signs up there. I mean, I also appreciate how he has helped to people to sympathize with, the people of Palestine, the people of Lebanon. As you know, I've lived in Lebanon. I also lived in Israel. I've stayed for several weeks in Palestine. And I feel like, but despite that, I feel like having that sign up there, it's almost like having, naming a street Hezbollah Street or Hamas Street. I mean, Hezbollah, bombed the embassy in Beirut, and including many Americans. So I just feel it's quite inappropriate. And as a Christian, I would like to encourage peace. I'm not just being like, pro-Israel in this and fight back and that sort of thing. But I would like to encourage peace and not violence. Actually, I'd like to quote from the words of someone who had the same enemy It was Jewish people who killed Jesus. He was Jewish, but his fellow Jewish people killed him. And he said the one who lives by the sword will die by the sword. And what I would like to...
Now, what I want you to see is this is a city council meeting. This is not a religious debate or in a mosque, masjid, or a church. This is a city council meeting in Dearborn, Michigan.
Encourage. On the other side is peace. He is called the Prince of Peace, and he said, "Blessed are the peacemakers." And his death at the hands of Jewish people opens the door to peace between Jewish and non-Jewish people. So that's what I would like to actively try to encourage to you. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Barham. Sir, if you'd like to step forward.
I think the only comment I'm going to make, is not
Mayor?
looking for a rebuttal, is the best suggestion I have for you is to not drive on Warren Avenue, or to close your eyes while you're doing it. His name is up there, and I spoke at a ceremony celebrating it because he's done a lot for this community. And I think it's quite hypocritical to know that you're approaching this podium when you yourself have videos on YouTube standing in front of my mosque saying the cruelest of things about Muslims, about the religion of Islam, because you are a bigot and you are a racist and you are an Islamophobe. And although you live here, I want you to know as mayor, you are not welcome here. And the day you move out of the city will be the day that I launch a parade celebrating the fact that you moved out of the city, because you are not somebody who believes in coexistence. You're somebody who tries to preach it, but in fact you do everything but that. So I just want to put that on the record.
Okay, Mr. Clerk, I know that you're back on the mic. 1 second. Sir, yes, go ahead. State your name and address for the...
God bless you, Mayor. God bless you, sir.
Thank you.
Also say that I'm an apostate, I'm going to hell based on the videos that you've dropped. So if I were you, I sit silently.
Okay, thank you. We don't want to have any outbursts. Mr. Barham, thanks for your comments. And, sir, name and address for the record.
Good afternoon. My name's Eric Knight. I live at 3453 Chestnut Street along with my wife. And I just wanted to talk about property taxes for senior citizens. This is my first time.
Okay, they're going off into the taxes of the city. Now, I want to ask you, is coexistence changing the names of the city streets into people who are members of Hezbollah and Hamas? Is changing the uniforms and putting the writing in Arabic on the uniforms, is that also coexistence? It seems that these people have thoroughly infiltrated government and are creating a cultural war, as if this country is not in enough turmoil. And you have one side in this country fomenting a race war, another side of this country fomenting a religious war. And you have people caught in the middle because they are ill-informed. As the Bible said, these are troubling times and perilous times. And it seems as if we may be acting out the book of Revelations, and this may be Armageddon. And people cannot continue to go on blindly like sheep, believing these politicians and picking the side of this conflict when you're not clearly informed. So I just wanted to show you this story because it's close to home here in Detroit. And we see what the right is doing in this country and the left. And nobody wants to actually pick sides, but you may have to. Think about that. It may come a day that you may actually have to pick a side and go against your very neighbors. And that's all I wanted to really talk about today. This is Detroit's HPTV, signing out of Detroit. Keep your head on the swivel, like, share, and support the channel. Peace. And as always, salute to all patriots.